being a victim. And the reason why I'm saying that and titling it that is because me as a black man, I've always been taught to be a victim. Not by white people, not by any other race, but by my own race. And I know, but 99% of black people, fresh out of the womb, when they can comprehend, they are already told you can do everything. You can do everything, but you still a nigga. There's nothing stopping you, but they look at you like a nigga. You will always be a nigga. No matter what job, no matter what position you have, you will be nothing but a nigga to them. That's what I was taught. So what's the point of even working? What's the point if I'm always gonna be a nigga? What's the point? And even more so, how does that help a black man? If I'm constantly beating in your head that you ain't nothing but a nigga, and that's how they gonna look at you as a nigga, then what's the point of being the president? What's the point of being a CEO? What's the point of being any type of top brass in the military? When the black people are gonna beat it in your head, you ain't nothing but a nigga. You know the weird thing is that they claim that they say that white people are so racist and all of this stuff and everything. But you know what though? I guarantee you 99.9% of the people that are living now, not talking about slavery, slaves that are living now, were never told by a white person that on their job that hey look Deontay, no matter how high you get on this job, Deontay, no matter if you become the president, Deontay, we're still going to look at you as a nigger. I've never been told that by a white person on a job. Because if a white person told me on a job, I would have the job. I would have his job and his check. But I have been told that by numerous black people since I was a little boy. But the thing about me is that I'm a free thinker. I've always been a free thinker. I've never let someone tell me how to think. And I'm in the minority because I never allow someone to come into my head and say, no, this is how you're gonna think. Okay, I'll think like you. Kind of like when Joe Biden says, if you don't vote for if a black person doesn't vote Democrat, he ain't black. Yeah. That's the kind of mentality that, well, I guess you got one white man telling you that, so I guess maybe that's 98%. But yeah, I was always a free thinker. And even when it came to my own, the religion I was brought up in, why should I be a Christian? I left Christianity. I became a 5%er for a little bit, for a very short period of time. That was the Nation of Islam. Then I end up, getting more agnostic. And then after that, then I went to atheism. Then I questioned that. And then after I questioned all of that, and I looked at all of the religions, I came back to Christianity. But that's just goes to show that, look, you're not just going to tell me something, I'm just going to believe it. Yeah, I was a Democrat. I thought, from what I was told, all the white people are crackers, they hate you. All the Republicans, they're crackers, they hate you. They want to kill black people and all this stuff. Okay, so I believed that until I got some sense in my head and looked it up, and looked up the history behind the Democrat Party, looked up the history behind the Republican Party, looked up the history, the Dixiecrats and Jim Crow and segregation and all that kind of stuff like that. And it's overwhelmingly if you look at just half the information, you clearly see that the Democrat Party is the party of segregation, which you have now is the same thing. You know, they want to everything is identity politics. They want to tell you that you're oppressed, and you need them to make laws, which they never made any laws, but you need them. They always want to have you the victim, telling you ain't nothing, tell you that you're oppressed, and the white man's on your neck, stuff like that, to mentally enslave you, make you feel like a victim. Because if I can defeat you mentally, then guess what? You're going to tell your sons, they're going to tell their daughters, they're going to tell their grandkids, and guess what? I've got you. I don't need any chains on you if I got you mentally destroyed. It's modern day slavery with no chains. If I can control your mind, tell you that you're a victim, you will always depend on me to help you out. But if I told you that you're not a victim, then wow. The possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless. You can do anything you want. And on top of that too, a lot of these pro-blacks and Black Lives Matter and all of these anarchists, they're all anarchists. They want to tell you that being a victim is because you live in a world of white supremacy and you live in a world of white privilege. Okay. Well, let's take that back to the Bible. Now, some of you guys probably are atheists, whatever like that, and I'm not really referring this to you, whatever like that. I used to be an atheist, so shout out to all my atheists out there. But how does that correlate with the Bible? Okay, let's say, so the Black Lives Matter people, the pro-life, the pro-blacks, they say, oh, well, you're a victim, and you're a victim, and white privilege, you will never be, you will never get to your full potential because of white privilege. You will never get to your full potential because of white supremacy. Okay, let's line up what the Bible says. The Bible says that I'm a conqueror. The Bible says that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So the Bible says I'm more than a conqueror. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. How in the world? Now, where in the Bible does it say that white supremacy trumps what God says? Or where does it say white supremacy in the Bible? Doesn't. Okay, well let's scratch out white supremacy. Where does it say white privilege in the Bible? Where does it say you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, except when it comes to white privilege? I didn't see that. Is that in the book of John? Is that in the book of Luke? Nope. That's in the book of BLM. That's their own religion. That's their own sick ideology to put your mind in chains. You know what I'm saying? To make you have that victim mentality where, you know what, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. Yep. If a man is hopeless mentally, he will fold. If a man is hopeless mentally, he will follow. If a man has hope, he will fight. If a man has hope, he will strive. If a man is hopeless, he will starve. Because it's like, what's the point? He will be defeated. And if you hang around people that have a defeated mentality and they tell you about white supremacy and white privilege, you are now defeated mentally and you will never make it. So just give up.